Jeremy's the man on the spot with another winter weather system rolling on in.
Sure is. And Scott, in keeping with the food analogies, we had some flurries today. That was just an appetizer to the main course of snow to come for tomorrow. We are going to see snow showers across the region starting in the morning and continuing through the afternoon. But first, I wanted to show some footage from our chief photographer, Paul Kielbasa. This is, of course, from Wilkes-Barre. And what a great view of the river there with the ice flows going down, too. You can see downtown Wilkes-Barre in the background, Public Square, too, and the river and the Market Street Bridge there in Wilkes-Barre. Great footage because we've been under the freezing mark now for 2 days, if not 3 in a row. We're going to be under the freezing mark for another 2 or 3 days. So because of that, we're seeing icing starting on the river. And if we could switch back to the weather computer, I'll explain how ice jams occur. So we're worried as meteorologists that these ice floating platforms could end up becoming lodged in some of our locations. So as we go above the freezing mark on Monday of next week, we could see ice flows pushing downstream, and then possibly as they do so, they could get caught up in these sections that are like bottlenecks in these tighter curved areas, and that blockage can reduce the flow of the river and then thus cause some flooding in some regions. So we're on careful and high alert for that as we go towards next week, as these ice jams could possibly occur. But right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But what does look like is going to happen is these skiers are going crazy there on the mountains. I've been watching this live shot from Blue Mountain, and they have not stopped coming down at a constant rate and pace. Hopefully they're all bundled up because temperatures are cold. 26 degrees, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday was our high. Yesterday we had a high of 20, so 6 degrees warmer today, 14 as a low. Yesterday our low was 8, so a little bit warmer for our high and low temperature. And take a look at that. Our sunset is at 5:02 p.m., so once again, our days are getting a lot longer as we go towards the rest of January. Wanted to point out this wonderful picture from Jim in Williamsport. This is from Lycoming County. If you look very closely, you can see this light pillar. This occurs when there are ice crystals in the air that are hexagonally shaped and in a plate form. And if they're right above the light source, which of course is the sun underneath the horizon, it can seem like it extends due to the reflection by those ice crystals. Really cool picture. Thanks for sending that in, Jim. Temperatures are in the 20s and teens for some. Teens there in Mansfield and Storuca. 22 for Hazleton, 22 for Lake Harmony, 26 for Frackville. But we can see the cold that's on the horizon already dipping into the northern section of the country. It's going to be pushing its way in as we go towards Saturday. Here's our current satellite and radar. Just a few flurries, but a lot of it isn't making it to the ground because it's evaporating before it makes it there. And that's what we're going to see tomorrow morning. You see these snow showers start to fill in around 7:30, but it's so dry in the atmosphere it won't be able to fully fall. It'll evaporate before it makes it to the surface. It won't be until around 10, 11 o'clock that we see that widespread snow shower activity starting to push in, and we'll actually start to see those accumulations start around 11 o'clock and continue through about 3. They start to wrap up by 6 o'clock. And for all day on Saturday, the models are predicting from some lake effect snow, and I do think that's going to occur. It's just not showing up here on our future clouds and radar, but as far as accumulations, you can see it there. So I'm seeing anywhere from 1 to maybe 3 inches, nearing 3 inches for our northern tier, also into the Poconos. And then take a look at this. This is Saturday, 3 p.m., the afternoon hours, as we head towards the evening on Saturday. A little bit of additional snow possible there, maybe half inch, maybe a quarter of an inch of snow additionally, because we have that wind shift to from the northwest. That's going to usher in those colder temperatures for Saturday, and it's also going to usher in the possibility of those lake effect snow bands pushing in. Take a look at some of these future wind chills. -9 in Forest City at 9 a.m. on Saturday. -9 for Mount Pocono and -9 for Albrightsville. So for Saturday, please do bundle up. It is going to be a very chilly one out there. Snow showers for tomorrow, starting in the morning and continuing through the afternoon. 29 will be your high. Saturday, very chilly, coldest air we've seen so far this season, and breezy too. Wind gusts making it feel like below 0 in a lot of our locations. Sunday, still very cold, but decreasing clouds, and Monday we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. That's when our temperatures finally go above the freezing mark. Scott?
All right, Jeremy, thanks. We'll see you tonight.
Yep.